Hello everyone, my name is Meg Ray. Welcome back to another episode of my Vanilla Survival series, the series where we just go around and build random things for no specific reason. As you can see right behind me, I am by one of my many flower gardens, and maybe that's a hint at what we're going to do today because we are gonna go look for some bees! I've just updated to 1.15 and I can't wait to go look at the bees because, to be honest, I haven't looked at any snapshots because I don't like to spoil myself with them. Now I do know how they operate and I do kind of know how they work, I just haven't actually fiddled around with them myself because I like to save the experience for survival when I actually get to do it for real instead of some creative world. Anyway, that is what we're going to be doing today, and we're going to be building a little beekeeper's house to go with it. I can show you where that is going to be located. I'm just going to walk around my village. I have been doing a few updates, as you can see around here, but it's not quite finished yet. We still have a lot to add to it. I did work more on the forest over there, and that is where we're going to be adding our beekeeper's house. So I've started this little path. Of course, this whole area will be completely filled with trees eventually, but this is a good start. These trees take a long time for me to make, and I'm happy with the progress of it so far. This will be a fully fledged forest someday. Up here in this little clearing is where I plan on doing a little beekeeper's house. So we'll come back and revisit this, but the first task we have to do is actually go locate a bee. Now this is going to be tricky because it has to be in chunks that I haven't loaded in already. I'm not really sure what the best direction to look would be. No pun intended. I have a feeling that pun is going to be popping up quite a bit in this episode. But I know for a fact that in that direction I have explored quite a bit, and I know there's a flower forest in that direction, which I know bees tend to spawn more in, but chances are there's not going to be anything over there. I think our best chance is going to be going in the direction I haven't explored that much, and that is in this direction. I don't even know what direction this is. Let's see, this is east, this is north, so this is southeast. Alright, so this is southeast. I think that's the direction I haven't really been exploring much, so this is the direction we're gonna go and look for a bee. Well, this plains biome looks promising, but so far I have seen no signs of bees anywhere. I'm looking at all the trees, keeping an eye out. This is the first time I feel like I've ever actually been looking out for trees and things in the trees. It actually feels kind of strange because normally you're not. You just see trees everywhere and they all look the same. But now I'm actually trying to look at them and trying to find some interesting things in them. I'm also going to use this opportunity to pick some more blue flowers. Blue corn flowers. I think that's what they are. A deep cave? Oh, look, it's a village. I'm finding all kinds of things except the things I'm looking for. Oh look, it's a donkey! I haven't seen a donkey in a while. Hello, Mr. Donkey, can I take you with me? I'm looking for the bees. Have you seen them? Oh look, there's a lot of flowers around here. Bees should be close by, you'd assume. But no, they're just hiding in their hives or nests or whatever they're called. And here is a bee. I have finally found you. My search has ended. And you are adorable. I think I'll take you home. I see a nest over here, so what I'm going to do is actually just wait until night falls because I did read ahead and I know that you will go in your nest at night. That's a nest, right? You'll go in there at night and then I can use my axe and pick you up so I don't have to lead you back with this flower because that would take forever and would be insane. So that is what we're gonna do. But is there a second one? I only see one bee right now. I would like to have at least two so I can breed you guys. Let me see if I can look around and find any more. He's the only bee I see. This is kind of sad. I actually found a bee, but I only found one. I would like to have at least two. Well, after doing quite a bit of searching, I actually found my second bee's nest, and I should have one bee in each of these because I did mine them with slow touch, so the bees should still be in there, and once I bring them home, I will start breeding them and start a bee colony. Alright, I have safely arrived back at the spot where we're going to be building our beekeeper's house. I think I'm going to be putting the house over in that direction, but before we do any of that, let's go ahead and get these bees set up and start breeding them. I do want to place one oak tree somewhere. We'll just place it here. That looks like a good size. And let's go ahead and place both of our bees' nests on here. And the bees should come out. If they don't, I have plenty of poppies to keep them busy. Actually, let's put the poppies all around here. We're going to make some, what are they called? Beehives, eventually, of course. or all around here, but the bees should be in there. So while we're waiting for them to pop out and breed a little bit, oh, here they are. I'm gonna go ahead and breed them real quick and get myself a third bee because we want to grow the population. In case one dies, I don't want to lose my bees. Oh, there's a third one. I didn't realize there was more than one inside there already. So we do have 4. This is a good start then. So while our bees are having fun over there making honey for us, we can go ahead and get started working on a little house. I haven't pre-thought this at all. I kind of started collecting blocks, but I haven't really thought about the design. I don't think it's going to be super big, just a little cottage in the woods. And of course, eventually I'm going to be adding trees all around this area to give it more atmosphere. But as you can see, it's a slow process. I haven't gone very far with it, but this is the area we're going to put it. Now I just need to start filling in the walls. Again, I don't have a plan for what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go with my instinct, I guess. I feel like cobblestone is one of those blocks that people tend to avoid building with just because it's so easy to get. So I'm going to try building something with it instead of trying to avoid it. That looks pretty nice. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do half of the house in stone and we'll do half in wood. That way it doesn't look too boring or too, I don't know. What is the word I'm looking for? I don't even know, but you kind of understand what I'm saying, I think. Now on this side of the house, we're going to be doing something a little different. I am using acacia on this a lot, but I think I want to use stripped acacia right here on the walls. It will be a nice bright orange that will contrast this scenery very nicely, I believe. I just realized I don't have a door. This is supposed to be the door. There we go. Now we have a door. I am trying to keep this house as simple as possible. We don't want to overcomplicate things. Now for the roof, I did think jungle wood would work really nicely. Oh, look at my inventory. Let me dump some stuff in here real quick. So far, this house is turning out to be very disastrous, I believe, but I am trying something a little different. I'm trying to come up with different, unique roof shapes, and I don't really know if it's working in my favor, but we will see. I'm doing almost half of a roof on this side, and then on that side, that is to be determined still. I don't know what's gonna happen over there. You know what? Maybe one of these days I'll actually take the time to design something proper and creative instead of trying to muster my way through it in survival like I always do. But I think the defining factor is I'm too lazy to do that. Believe it or not, I do plenty of other things in creative, so the last thing I want to do is design all of my survival builds in creative mode. But then when I do that, I end up with atrocities like this little beekeeper's hut that's supposed to be a simple thing to build, but because of me wanting to try to be unique and different, it's turned out to be quite hideous. Well, if this isn't the saddest little house I ever made, I don't know what is. I'm trying to make it more interesting by inserting more stairs and stuff into the walls, although with these stripped acacia walls, there's really not much I can do with them. This one over here is a little bit boring. We'll have to cover it with some kind of shrubbery or something. But now it's time for me to do the inside because, as you can see, it's completely empty and very boring. I decided I wanted to try doing the floor in whatever these are, smithing tables? Is that what this is? Yes, smithing table. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and add in a fireplace because I feel like no house in the woods is complete without a little fireplace. So let's see what we can insert right over here in this corner. I believe this corner will be the best spot for one. Alright, and we'll just make a very simple chimney, like so. I won't even fill in all the gaps probably. No, I won't because I'm one short, but that's okay. We'll leave it like that for now. How is this house looking? Now you can't see that chimney, but can you even see the smoke? I might have to put a hay bale under it to make the smoke rise a little bit higher just so you can see it. But this is looking like a pretty good start though. Let's go ahead and put some other things in there. Oh, I do have this yellow bed, perfect for this beekeeper because he keeps bees. So he is going to have a yellow bed. And we'll have to come up with some other little decorations to put in here. So I think that the person who lives here is very obsessed with his bees. And I know he doesn't have a lot yet, but just you wait. He's gonna have a whole lot of them. Coming inside, I do have his bed over here. And let's go ahead and give this person some decorations. There is the beekeeper himself. It is a self-portrait of him. He looks fantastic all dressed up. Let's go ahead and give him a table or two. I don't have any good blocks for this. I do have my first honeycomb. I was going to use it for something else, but let's go ahead and make a honeycomb block because this block looks amazing. Let's place it down somewhere. That looks so cool. It looks like that would make a really nice floor, actually, nicer than this one, but that's okay. This is going to be our little table, and we'll go ahead and put a flower pot with, how about a sapling inside? There we go, just something little to spruce up this place a little bit, give it some color. I also have some carpet, so if he wanted to have maybe something striped like a bee, we can do that. Just like so. This person really loves his yellow. Home, sweet home. Perfect. Now let's just make it yellow. Ew, I don't like that. Let's just keep it black for now. What other decorations do I have? I do have some item frames because I was going to frame the honeycomb too, but it looks like we're gonna have to go get more, but we can go ahead and put 1 or 2 of those around. Actually, yes, that will be fine, just having 1 there. And something else, I do have some signs, and we're going to put one of these on the wall somewhere. How about right up here? And we're going to have it say the classic saying that really fits well in this house. Home sweet home. Actually, that looks fine. I was thinking, actually, the perfectionist in me is telling me to redo that sign a little more centered. Alright, and this time I added a little bee symbol. I don't know if it looks like a bee, he doesn't have any wings, but that was the best I could do with what I have, so we're going to go with it. Let's go check on these bees now. I haven't seen them pop out too much. What I think I need to do is move these flowers a little farther away. I need to lure them out a little bit more because I want to breed them and I need more honey too. I wonder if there's a way I can lure them out. Now that my house is as complete as it's going to get, the next challenge is going to be naming all the bees. And look at the little baby one came out, and I have just the name for you. It is Beethoven, or Beethoven. Such a cute name. I think it fits him perfectly. Now I just have to wait for all of the other ones to come out, and I did destroy most of the flowers because I'm trying to get them to come out, and I don't want them to get the pollen they need and then go right back in. So this might take a while, but we're going to name all 4 bees because I know I have at least 4. And look at little Beethoven on the poppy. That is the cutest thing ever. Okay, everyone, I am convinced that the Bees and Bugs update is officially still buggy, and that's very ironic and a little bit disappointing, but I have come to this conclusion because my other 3 bees that you have seen before, I have video proof of it, they are refusing to leave the nests. So far, only Beethoven has been popping in and out and gathering pollen, and the other 3 bees are just nowhere to be seen. Now there's either 2 things that could have happened. One thing is it's actually a bug and they're stuck inside the nest, or the second thing is they wandered away, which I highly doubt they did. I don't know where they would have gone to, but that is the situation we're in. So I only have 1 bee. That's what it boils down to. I only have 1 bee gathering the pollen and making honey. I'm gonna have to go find another one or maybe cheat one in. I don't know. I'll probably go find another one and breed them again. Oh no, don't hurt yourself on that campfire, Beethoven. Don't do it. He grew up so fast. Look at him. Anyway, we're going to worry about that later. But for now, I want to add in a few beehives just to add a little bit of decoration. Now I can see that there's more honey ready, which is great because I want to have a lot of these beehives everywhere. Eventually I want to have a lot of bees, but for now we'll just have to settle with just empty beehives because Beethoven is all we have and he keeps hurting himself on that fire over there. That doesn't seem very safe. I know this isn't going to work for actually harvesting the honey because there's not going to be a fire underneath, but we're going to just start it this way with the beehive on top of scaffolding. I just think it looks really nice and realistic how it's raised up a little bit. So this is what we're going to do. And we'll probably just have a few of those spread around. I also added this little bush around here. I need to work on this little cliff behind here. I want to make that a little bit nicer, but I think this is turning out pretty good. So despite that setback, I am happy with how this turned out. And despite this house being not the best thing I ever made, I still am happy with what we've done with this place. Considering I didn't spend that much time thinking about it or on it, I think it looks okay. And I just used scrap blocks, basically. Just picked up a bunch of random blocks and decided to build with them. I do like how it's curving though, because it kind of reminds me of a bee shape almost, with all these curves in the roof. And I kind of like that. It looks like a hive or a honeycomb or something. It kind of resembles the shape of a bee or a beehive, which is kind of cool. I just realized I can harvest some more honey. I think Beethoven went inside. I don't want him to get mad at me. So it looks like the honeycomb does come out on all sides. I know I don't have to have these nests in a tree. I just kind of like it because that's how they originally were. See, this is Beethoven again. All the other bees aren't coming out. I'm gonna have to go look around and just to make sure they didn't wander away. But I have a feeling it has something to do with he was the only bee that was bred and the other ones were naturally spawned. So maybe that has something to do with it. We will see. I'm sure that they'll fix it, whatever it is. But for now, we've got little Beethoven, and that's really all we need. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I have been searching far and wide, and it took me much longer this time to actually find more bees, but I got them and I led them all the way here. And this time, I actually made sure to breed these two guys before bringing them. So these two are ones I bred from naturally spawned bees, so hopefully that's the key to them not despawning. We shall see. Alright, so we finally have 3 more bees, and oddly enough, I don't see Beethoven anywhere. Will this ever end? All of my bees keep disappearing and I don't know what's happening. But I do have 3 more names here. I don't know where Beethoven went. Hopefully he returns soon. But this is going to be Bach, and let me see, Bach and Brahms, and last but not least, the little one is Stanley. Hello, Stanley. You're so cute. I think Stanley is the baby. Oh no, I named Bach as the baby. Okay. Like I said though, I don't know what happened to Beethoven. I've been holding flowers this whole time, so these bees haven't actually gone into a hive yet. Hopefully they don't disappear on me when I put these flowers down. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. I think I've done enough in this area for one day, so I'll just leave it at that. Well, before I get going and end off this episode, I figured I should probably update our suggestion books because I did get a few good suggestions and challenges to do. Also, I did end up naming this cat. I ended up naming her Luna. Thank you for whoever suggested that. I can't think of who it was right now, but thank you. I think it's a perfect name. She does look like a Luna. Let's go ahead and walk over here and see what these new suggestions / challenges are. I'm not really good at committing to these, just want to throw that out there, but it is more or less just to give me something to do if or when I run out of ideas or just need something to do to take a break from what it is I'm currently doing. So we have a couple new challenges. This first one is to take over a pillager watchtower by Camry Brimlet. Thank you, Camry. I actually did see a couple pillager watchtowers as I was going around hunting for bees, so this should be pretty easy to do now that I know where they are, because before I didn't know where anywhere. And we also have Find a Panda, Bring It Home, and to give it a name that starts with a P. Now, finding the panda, I haven't found any pandas yet. It's gonna be a whole other problem. I have no idea how that's going to work. But thanks, Whammy, for that challenge, not a suggestion. These are the suggestions. I did get one new suggestion I took, and that is to add a marketplace to the village. I kind of paraphrased these, but yes, I do plan on adding a marketplace because we don't have a lot of stuff in the village to look at, and there's not a lot of space to expand into, but I'm going to try to get as creative with it as I can and see how much we can cram on that teeny tiny mountain. But that's all I have for you guys for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel and you happen to like this and you want to see more, I just want to throw it out there that I don't make these videos very often. It's not a super regular thing for me to make a survival episode. I try to do them every other week, but that doesn't always happen. And I probably won't have another one for several weeks because I know I won't be uploading for the next 2 weeks at least. You won't see another upload from me till next year, actually. So I'll see you next year sometime. But I did hope you guys enjoyed this one, and this glass texture is driving me insane because Optifine hasn't come out yet for 1.15, at least not the day of its release. So the glass texture is driving me a little bit crazy. But I hope you did enjoy this episode, and I hope to see you again in another one sometime. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye!